So there's a weird sense of deja vu around today's episode, I will admit. Although this time we are switching it up a little bit because the first match of today's episode is going to be the top of the table clash. We're going to be taking on Southend United, who are a team that have been insanely dominant over the course of this season. I think they've been top since pretty much the start, so it's quite a tall order of a match. And then we're going to be following that up with a Papa John's Trophy semi-final up against Liverpool under-21s. And it's not the weakest of sides. I mean, there's definitely some players that featured in the last game, but, you know, we'll get into that in the episode. But obviously a win would book us at the club's second ever appearance at Wembley, so huge pressure on that. Last episode we obviously did have two relatively similar games to this. We lost to Liverpool's first team and then also lost to Swindon Town. It was not really the best episode for us, to be honest. I was kind of disappointed in every single aspect of it, but, you know, what are the chances of that happening again? Let's get into it. So yes, today we are taking on top of the league, Southend United, in what looks to be an incredibly tough match. This is probably how we're going to be lining up, but we're going to come back to this in a minute. You know, you can see we've got quite a few fitness issues and the game is on, well, right now actually, so that's not great. But yeah, we'll get you caught up on the games that have happened since that 3-0 loss to Swindon. And to be honest, we bounced back quite nicely. We've played 5 games since. We've had 3 wins, then a draw, then a loss. So things have been slowly dropping off since that point. But yeah, we came out of that pretty horrible 3-0 loss to Swindon with an immediate bounce back with a 2-0 victory over Notts County. And I'll be honest, this one I wasn't 100% confident going in, but then they had a man sent off in the 28th minute and it was pretty plain sailing from there. It started off in the just before half-time when Danny Wing got his little inner Messi on, just ran through the entire team. I mean, shot the ball straight at the goalkeeper and it still went in. But still, it was a good run to get to that point, so I can't really complain. And then a lovely little Sam Batty cross in the 85th minute, and Stephen Bain managed to header it in. Nice little leaping header there just to secure the points in the 85th minute. And yeah, obviously I would have liked to have got a goal a little bit earlier, because obviously waiting until the 86th minute to not be living in terror that was going to be an equaliser isn't great. But, I mean, yeah, you can see from the XG, there wasn't really anything. They didn't actually have a single highlight up their end in that second half. So, works out pretty well for us. And we carried that momentum in to a 3-1 victory over Harrogate Town. And after starting the previous game with, I think, Damaros and Wheeldon up front, we definitely saw the difference in this one. Both Cadamarchi and O'Neill get on the score sheet as we ran out to a pretty comfortable victory. Got off to a pretty good start in the 15th minute. Arias gets a nice little cross in, and I think the keeper comes out for this. Yeah, gets caught in absolute no man's land, and O'Neill managed to header it in. And then just 4 minutes later, coming down the wing, Gialbi managed to get past 2 players, puts in a lovely little pass there. I first thought Cadamarchi was miles offside, but obviously there was those 2 defenders in the middle there were both keeping him on. A pretty terrible header from Stephen Bain led to Cannon being put through on goal. He just went straight round on bang in goal and got a goal back just before half-time. But in the 75th minute, an Aaron Lewis penalty sealed their fate and secured us 3 points. And we replicated the scoreline in the next match with a 3-1 victory away at Cheltenham Town. And I'm going to be honest, this came entirely down to a Yaya Boyang masterclass in creative passing, let's say. Started off in the 20th minute where he gets the ball out wide here, managed to put in a cross for Stephen Baines, a header in. Yes, yeah, in the near top corner. Beautiful little link-up play there. And then just in the second half, a long ball over from Boyang finds Bain once again. This time he managed to comfortably slot it past the keeper into the bottom corner. They did manage to get a goal back in the 66th minute where Broom put a penalty into the bottom right. But then not long later, Boyang with yet another pass, another fantastic pass, let's say, put Cadamarchi through, and he managed to chip it over the goalkeeper to secure the 3 points and secure Boyang a hat-trick assist, a very rarely seen thing in, well, football in general, I suppose, not just Football Manager. But unfortunately, we did actually get pegged back a little bit in the next game. We drew 2-2 at home to Accrington Stanley. This one was a very back and forth game. And I believe it was Damaros' first goal for the club as well. Started off nice and early though. In the 8th minute, Giabi finds a nice little pass over here to O'Neill, and he sort of shins it into the near side. It's an odd finish, but I'm not going to complain at all. But 12th minute or so, it didn't take long for them to get a goal back with an equally odd finish. I mean, sort of hooks his leg around that. Bit weird, but yeah, lovely little Damaros free kick there. Calamarcha-esque from a few years back, you might remember. And then in the 65th minute, another little, a striker gets given way too much time in the box and managed to rock it home to make it 2-2. And if keeping on getting pegged back in that game was bad, things went worse pretty quickly with a 1-0 loss to Bristol Rovers. This one, I don't remember this goal because I thought this one was an own goal actually. Yes, they come down this right-hand wing. Hill gets the ball here, he crosses it in. And yeah, oh, I thought this was a Griffiths own goal, but no, Smith actually does get the goal. That's somehow I didn't look at the scorer for that entire match. That's very strange. But yeah, 1-0 loss there. Pretty disappointed because if we had managed to win that, we'd be up in second place right now. I mean, we're still only 2 points behind Swindon, which is, obviously very good, and we're 4 points ahead of the chasing pack. But we are now obviously about to play Southend United, who are top of the league. I'm going to be playing them 2 games in a row. So there is a very reasonable chance that we might come away with nothing from these next 2 games and end up back in the playoffs. But if that won't happen, if we could get 2 points out of this, I'd honestly be very happy with that. Southend have been pretty unstoppable this season. 24 wins, 8 draws. I was going to say more than average, but that's way less than average, and only 3 losses. Like the next lowest is 8 Bristol Rovers, and then a few of us are 9. So they are absolutely killing it. And we are going to make this a double header. So I'm going to do the first Southend United game. We're not going to do both of these matches because that does seem kind of pointless playing the same team home and away. I haven't done that in a recent episode. Have I at all? No. Okay. There's always a lot more riding on that one, I suppose. But yeah, we're going to do the home game against Southend United, and I'm going to go forward 2 matches off camera, and we're going to do the Papa John's semi-final against Liverpool under 21s. Second episode in a row, we're going to be playing Liverpool. So let's hope it goes a bit better than the last episode where we lost both games. But yeah, we're going to do that. If we manage to get through to the final, we might go through and do a dedicated final episode just for that, but we'll just have to see how things are looking, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to the match. So we've got a few little fitness issues here, to be honest. I'm going a bit all in on this first game. I don't think a lot of these players are going to struggle for the second game. We've got both of our centre-backs on heavy workloads, 2 of our centre midfielders, and I thought it was both of our strikers, but it's actually just Stephen Bain. Yeah, because Cadamarchi is also on a heavy workload. So there's a lot of struggling players in the squad. It's getting late in the season. We've got a lot of games going on. We've got Onbang in goal, Clements, Griffiths, Abbott and Batty across the back. Foyo as the ball-winning midfielder, Dunn and Giarbi as Mazzalas, Rig in front of them, and O'Neill and Bain up front. I'm hoping this did a job and it's not too aggressive for the fact that, obviously we're playing top of the league, but we are at home, so I'm hoping it'll be all right. For the away game, I might end up switching to the 4-1-3-2, but we'll just have to see how this goes first. Fish team sheet. Do I know any names here off by hand? Will Fish rings a bell, but I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know if I recognise anyone from there. Try and get people motivated. Everyone loves me, apart from Batty and Garby. That's fine. It's not like they're both playing right next to each other on the right-hand side of the pitch or anything. But yeah, we're in our standard 4-1-3-2. 4-3-1-2. God, I completely messed that up. And they're lining up in a standard 4-3-3. Okay. Nearly 5,000 people here. This actually might be our record attendance for a home league game, maybe, actually. I don't know if we've had more in before. I don't know, in a cup, potentially. But yeah, either way, we've got a very early highlight here in the 5th minute. We managed to lose the ball early on, and now Southend looking to come forward. They're switching the ball back and forth. A lot nicer than I ever see us doing. And this does scare me that there's just going to be a killer ball played through in a minute. Okay, goes out to the wing with Bennett, or he puts it into Dak. Oh, Dak has managed to fire wide. It looked like, was he offside then? I saw the linesman had the flag up, but I don't know if that was stiggling for a goal kick or not. Just another minute later, they've got another highlight. Well, starting off with another highlight. I'm hoping we can dispossess them, but it's not looking good. No, it's got them. Jesus, look, I don't think I've seen us have a touch at this point. Bennett with the ball again out on the right wing. No, they're 1-0 up. They're 1-0 up already. I really think I need to change this formation. I'm starting to panic a little bit here. This might be a bit premature, but I am going to switch to that 4-2-3-1. We're going to put Foyo back in the defensive mid spot. Rig as an advanced playmaker on support as well. I just think we do struggle to generate chances when we're in the 4-1-3-2. At the same time, I mean, we've already gone double the amount of time without them having a highlight than we had the entire time before they scored. So I can't complain too much. Yeah, apart from the fact that we're losing 1-0, we're not going to get anything out of this game as it stands. But we are the only team playing today, aren't we? Yes, we are. Since we're in the more defensive formation, I have pushed it back up to positive. I'm going to encourage the players. Oh, everyone loves that, apart from Dunn and Bain. And now Dunn's absolutely fuming again. Okay. Olafunwa. Picking it up. Oh, and Bain's managed to get the ball. Can we get it from this? Oh, O'Neill managed to dispossess Miles. He's through 1-on-1 with the keeper. Go on. Yes! Kevin O'Neill managed to slot it in the far side. I really thought when he shot that with his left foot that it was going to be going wide. Miles loses the ball there, and O'Neill 1-on-1 with the keeper. I was going to say he never lets me down, but I'll be honest, he lets me down quite often. But either way, we're back in the game, and that's the first highlight we've had, and we've managed to score. So we've got another one coming up straight after. Rig with a corner. It's back post, but they managed to header it back out. But Rig picks it back up. He's going to get another crossing, looks like it. He might be taking a shot here. Oh, and it's deflected. It's gone in. Who did that? That deflects off their defender because it's a Rig goal. What the heck is going on? We've gone from absolutely screwed. Like Rig just started running here and he just Forrest Gumped it. He just never stopped. Yeah, that come off Alfunwa or something. Or it says Will Fish. Let's get on the end of it. There's basically two of them next to each other that both went for it, and I must have picked the wrong one. But yeah, we're 2-1 up. What is going on? We've already scored more goals than I thought we might have scored across both of the ties. That's why I went a little bit more attacking our formation, but it's actually led to us going in at half-time 2-1 up. We need to show everyone the recent praise is justified. And you're doing keep going, and we're going to say for the defence as well. It's weird that some areas of the team seem to be like they lose their happiness when you also try and support other areas of the team. It's like if you're just talking to them, they get a much stronger response. I'm looking almost okay on fitness, to be honest. I mean, Derek Griffiths and Kevin O'Neill are starting to struggle a bit. Oh, we've got a done free kick here. I mean, this ain't going to be a shot, is it? Oh, it isn't. It very nearly curled in. Could you imagine? I think Derek Griffiths might have to come off now because he is struggling a bit. And he was one of the players that I sort of brought in that I wasn't sure if I should or not, but... Oh, Stephen Bain closes down their striker and we get the ball off them now. O'Neill on the ball. Griffiths looking for a long ball over to absolutely nobody, but Foyo leaps up. The little man's got his trampoline out again. Giabi's managed to put through Bain. And we've scored again. We've scored again. It's Bain's 16th goal of the season. What's going on? This makes no sense. It's an absolutely incredible little turn. Foyo there. God. That man must have springs on his legs because he's literally 5 foot tall and he out jumps players that are like a foot taller than him. It's absolutely insane. Right, okay. Let's play this sensibly. Eric Griffiths, you come off and we're going to bring Chima Aliu on. I think he's a stronger defender. Edgerton's got the height, but they don't really seem to be that... Like, it's not like height has made that much of a difference, although their goal was a headed goal, I suppose, so I might be changing it. But... I think it's okay. Foyo deserved his yellow card. That's a little bit worrying, but I don't know. But no, I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. We have got a replacement for Foyo in Scott Mullin on the bench if we need to. Although obviously, I don't want to wait until he gets sent off before we put a new player in that position. Okay, no, it's there. Highlight 71st minute, long ball over. Oh God, I thought the ref was the goalkeeper then. I just. Like, my heart just skipped a beat. Oh, Stephen Baines picked up a loose ball while I was over here having a panic attack. And O'Neill with a brilliant pass through, please. It's 4-1. It's 4-1. What is going on? This doesn't make any sense at all. I had fully written us off for this match. And this is probably not the most dominant I've seen us play. Since we got that first goal, I don't think they've had a single highlight all game. I mean, I say that. That actually means that since the 7th minute they haven't had a highlight all game. Since I changed the formation, actually, that is literally the key thing that's changed here. Right. Oh, no, wait a sec, they've got a highlight. I spoke it into existence. Why did I do that? It's off the bar. I managed to collect the loose ball. That could have been absolutely terrible. Right. Let's make a change. Kevin O'Neill, you've had a wonderful, wonderful performance. I'm going to bring Darmaros on. I always get to call him Vasilis. We have got 5 subs, so I'm going to bring Foyo off. I'll put Scott Mullin on. And I think that will do for now. Mullin can play that role fine, can't he? Yes, he can. Have I just unlocked a new level of this tactic by pulling the advanced playmaker back to a support role? Like I literally... Oh, we've got another highlight before I get into my point. Chim Aliu with the free kick, of course. That makes perfect sense. That does make perfect sense. Chim Aliu with his 2nd goal of the season. What a free kick. It's 5-1. It's 5-1. What is going on? But yeah, we literally had... pop-ups. Oh, that's such a nice little curled finish right on the wall. Southend do not know what's hit them. But we had little pop-ups in the corner saying like the attack is cut off from the rest of the play. We're struggling to get the ball to them early on. And then as soon as I changed the formation, well, that was right after I changed the formation, and the rest of the performance has just gone to show just how ridiculous those bottom corner pop-ups can be sometimes. Right, we are so comfortable in this. Let's make our last 2 subs just to rest a couple of players for the last 5 minutes. Bobby Dunn, we're going to leave you on. Giabi, we're going to take you off. Actually, no, undo that. I'm going to take Rig off. Even though he's had a fantastic game, I do want to rest him as much as I can. And then, yeah, Edgerton, you're going to come on for... Oh, no, actually, everyone seems okay at the back. A lot more okay than I thought they'd be. Yeah, Garby, you could also come off. We'll give. I don't really have a good replacement for you. We're just going to bring Boyang on. Yeah, I didn't really want to play him there, but we might as well wind down the clock as much as possible. And this has been one of the most nuts results that I've seen. I mean, not the most nuts result I've seen in the whole save, but Jesus Christ. I mean, we only ended on a 2.06 XG and we got 5 goals out of it. We over doubled our XG and they also over doubled their XG. A lot of half chances getting scored that game, but Jesus Christ. Outstretched arms, that's a good win. Everyone should be absolutely delighted with themselves. And I'm so glad that I didn't do this game off camera and then decide to do the, inevitable 4-0 loss in the away game. Okay, yep. Rig, you were absolutely fantastic. And that has left us up in second place, but we have played one extra game than everyone else. So we've gone from being way behind on games to now we have played the most games in the league. It's so strange, but we've had such a packed last couple of months. We've got a few nice relaxed months to finish off the season. We've gone from 9 games in December, another 8 in January, and another 8 in February, to a 4-game month in March, a 4-game April, and a 1-game May. But obviously that's the last game of the season, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, hopefully we'll put another game in there somewhere with the Papa John's final. But, it depends if we can get past the Liverpool under-21s, which seems like an absolutely nuts proposition. But I suppose it's perfect time to bring that up because we're going to go forward to that game now. So I'm just going to blast through the next 2 games. We'll do a very quick recap on the 2 of them, and we'll get straight into our second match of the day. Really can't believe that score. And before we do get into that recap, it is just confirmed that was actually the club's highest ever home attendance. Although I will say the game against Man United at home that we had, that was our maximum attendance at the time. The stadium was still under construction, but still absolutely delighted to see that going up. That is crazy. It's a nice little thing to note. Kevin O'Neill won Young Player of the Month and dedicated to me, naturally, of course. But yeah, it's about an hour or so later now. We have played those 2 extra games that we needed to. And after that insane 5-1 victory against Southend, I was really worried that we'd get absolutely destroyed in the next game. And, well, we lost 2-1. Of course, it was basically the exact reverse of the early game. We scored early on and then they came back into it. But yeah, in the 12th minute or so, when Arias scored, what I think is his first goal for the club, absolute rocket of a finish that seemed to clip the inside of the post on the way past. Things were looking really good for us. But then in the second half, they brought on this Dackers guy, who I don't actually know who he is, but he has absolutely destroyed us. He already had 1 goal disallowed by this point. He managed to score there to level things up in the 71st minute or so. And then in the 85th minute, another long ball over. Fletcher gets the ball to him once again. Managed to rocket it into the top corner to secure Southend a victory and all 3 points, which is obviously very disappointing from our point of view. But I said I'd be absolutely over the moon if we took 2 points off them over the 2 games. So taking 3, I cannot complain at all. And to be fair, we bounced back very nicely anyway with a nice 3-0 victory over Northampton. Vasilis Darmaros actually managed to get a brace in this game, both assisted by Kevin O'Neill, and 2 very different goals, to be honest. The first one came in the 4th minute, where Aliou gets a long ball over. They basically just mess around, lose the ball. Kevin O'Neill passes it to him, and he absolutely rockets it into the top corner. And in the 31st minute, we managed to win the ball off them once again. Again, the ball comes over to Kevin O'Neill. This time he gets it in, and Darmaros managed to tap it in from just outside the 6-yard box. And then, as has become tradition lately, Chima Aliou curled in a free kick in the second half. That obviously secured us all 3 points in that game as well, and it's led to us still securing our 3rd place spot. We have still played 1 more game than everyone else, but we're 5 points clear of Bristol Rovers, and the rest of the league plays today. I think it's Bristol Rovers play today. No, they do not. I'm chatting nonsense. Who have Bristol Rovers got in the running? Because they're the main chasing team. They've got Southend United 7th, 8th, 18th, 17th, 12th, 15th, 24th, 14th. So they have got a relatively easy run in. They've got a couple of tough games coming up next in Notts County and Southend United. But other than that, it's pretty much all bottom half teams, with Sheffield Wednesday in 12th being the hardest match left. And I mean, we have also got a relatively easy run in. We're also playing Southend United in 7th. Then Crewe 10th, Wickham in 18th, Leighton Orient in 24th, Halifax Town in 21st, Mansfield 23rd, and Forest Green Rovers in 6th, who have actually caused us a lot of problems this season already. But I'm really hoping it won't come down to the last day. But anyway, enough about panic and go about the rest of the season. Let's get on to today's second game. We've got the Papa John's semi-final up against Liverpool under-21s. I did actually notice in a news post somewhere that I'm going to try and find now. But yeah, last season, Liverpool won the top league for the under-21s, so they are an incredibly good under-21s team. Although although Tottenham Hotspur, who we've got a good few of their players, are winning it this season, which makes it even more annoying that all of the players that we've got off them are basically cup-tied. Derek Griffiths, Milton Hodges, and I think Vasilis can actually play. Yeah, Vasilis Damaros can play. He obviously never featured for them. But yeah, things are looking a little bit rough from a fitness point of view down here. We did leave out a few players in that last game just to try and maintain some fitness. We've rested a lot of the players. We have unfortunately had to play Nathan Hughes at left back. He is struggling a little bit, but we just don't have anyone else that's fully fit that can play left back. Aaron Lewis, Bailey Clements and Chima Aliu are all struggling. Chima Aliu is currently resting after that last game performance. So we're just going to have to go with this, and we'll probably just have to sub in Aaron Lewis for the second half and hope for the best. But yeah, let's get on to this. Just looking at how we're lining up for this game, it has really put a little bit of a dampener on my hopes because I am not confident this is going to go well. I didn't actually look at who their team is. Let me just have a quick look to see if there's anyone that really shouldn't be in it. Oh, Pinyaev. He absolutely destroyed us in the cup. And now they've popped him in the under-21s to destroy us again. This is just not fair. I think we can get this done for bullying. Pedro Luis, I think, was playing in that cup match against us. And apart from that, I don't recognise any of the names. But Pritchard, sort of. But I don't know. Let's just go into the dressing room. Let's try and make sure that everyone is motivated. Defenders, I've got faith in you. Attackers, I've got faith in you. Let's go. Liverpool are in a classic 4-4-2 formation. Always love to see it. Zlatunic in midfield as well, actually. I do recognise that name. He was in the match in the FA Cup. We're in our 4-3. Oh, you know what? We probably should have played a 4-1-3-2. Now I'm thinking about it. I might switch to that now. Although we have had 2 shots early on. So, you know what? We've had 2 shots early on. I'm going to give it until the first highlight. Watch them score now. Hughes with a throw in, 4th minute. Rig gets the ball, he gets it out to Boyang. What's going to happen here? Pass it off probably? No, Boyang goes for it himself. He's gone through the whole team. Oh, and the shot gets blocked and Turner collects it. We've started off quite well. I'm going to leave the formation as is. I already regret this. Please get the ball back. Don't let this be a goal. Just break Pinev's legs. I might even switch on to hard tackling for him. I don't really like... Oh, how did that go in? Edgerton, what are you doing? Someone please explain to me what happened then. Pinheiro ran down the wing. I mean, he crossed it right on the line. It comes in. Edgerton tries to clear it. Clough, buddy, whoever this is, steps in and basically, like, Edgerton almost chips it up and Pritchard reacts in time and blasts it in. That is very frustrating. Right, we're going to take the same approach we took against Southend. Let's bring this back. We'll swap these 2 over. Put you as a supporting... No, I said put you as a supporting midfielder. We're going to stick with this for now. I don't know if we had to go positive for it to work before. Look, I'm saying that like I've found some, secret hack that ruins the game or something. Obviously not the case, but we have got a cross. We have got a cross. We have got a corner. Hughes looks to whip one in. Puts one towards the back post, but there's absolutely nobody there. But Bojan collects the ball. He's going to put a cross in this time. No, he goes on his own again. He's now had 2 shots, and both of them have been absolutely terrible. We need to get that man on some finishing training, or maybe some passing training, just to make sure that things are going to go okay for us. Pinyev, hard tackling, and Zlatunic as well, actually hard tackling. Just take their wingers out. I really don't like doing that, but especially if we end up with a left back getting sent off, because Aaron Lewis is not going to make out the full game. But ball comes over, and Omban collects it comfortably. Right. Straight up to the other end. Oh, he does. A really long ball over. Kadamachi is not going to get on the end of that, though. Davis easily collects it and puts it out wide to Walland. Walland coming forward. Ibrahim Kimal gets the ball. Just passing it around for fun here. Diaz gets Pedro Luis. Pritchard puts it out wide to Reed. Ball comes into the middle. Abbott managed to get his head on it and get it out wide, but it comes straight back in. And Pritchard headers slightly over. That was very scary for a second then. Just do a quick encourage, and you know what, switch to positive just to try and take advantage of their raised morale temporarily. Right, I really hope this doesn't absolutely ruin their morale. Boyang, Zlatunic gets the ball into the middle. Arias collects it, comes to Rig. Hughes, lovely little silky passing plays there in the at the edge of our penalty area, but they just lump the ball back over. Boyan gets the ball down for Rig this time. Maybe put it out to wing. Yep, okay, through Foyo. No, okay, we're coming back to the left-hand side. That works too. Hughes, Bang just gives it away. Pedro Luis puts the ball over and Pritchard's through. Oh. That's not what we wanted. This was all looking so good, and then bang, just gives the ball away there, and we are immediately punished. Ball chipped over to Pritchard, and he just rolls it into the bottom corner. That's what happens when I switch to positive, but we're going to stick with it because we need goals at this point. Sorry if you can hear a plane going over my house there. That is incredibly loud for me. Ombang gets the ball in the middle. Can we do something with this? Just a big hoof. Don't mess around with it. I'd really rather you didn't wait for players to get back, but it seems to have been okay. Bain strong goal. He's managed to slot one in the bottom corner. He's made up for giving away the ball for their second goal. I mean, it was one of those quite annoying ones as well, where this long ball over comes over, and the ball here is way past the defender. He could have just ran onto that. But both times I've seen that happen, it's resulted in a goal. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna assume that the scripting is doing something behind the scenes, and that we'd just do it this way because it's more chance of scoring. But yeah, we're going at half-time 2-1, which is a lot better than I felt a minute ago. The brace and press just before I didn't even read that before I said it, but yeah. Keep going. I know you've got the ability to make a difference. I'm going to do the same for the midfield just because Danny Wing's not in a good mood. I'm going to leave Nathan Hughes on for probably another 10 minutes, then I'm going to switch him out with Lewis, just so then Lewis is pretty much going to be able to go full force for the rest of the game. And I'm hoping that that will be enough. Yeah, let's just make that change now. Hughes off, Lewis on. Is there anyone else that isn't really performing? I mean, Zach Abbott's having a bit of a struggling time in the middle, but that's just down to pretty much the quality the opposition is up against. Apart from that, I think everyone is relatively good. I'm going to stick with what we've got. Let's drop a quick encourage again. Trying to get morale up. Don't really want to demand more because I know we're up against a side that are so much better than us. And some of the players are already really feeling the pressure. But I'm hoping something comes of this. Maybe not. I'm going to do a demand more. We need to do something here. And now everyone hates me. It's brilliant. And oh no, we have got a highlight. I thought this was theirs for a second. Lewis curls the ball and it comes to Cadamartri at the back post. And we've equalised. It's 2-2. Bailey tie Cadamartri. He's managed to nick one and round it and level it up. Oh God, demand more is the way forward. Ignore me. What stadium are we in? I've only just realised. Why are we not at Anfield? Why is there no stand on that side of the pitch? I'll have to look into that afterwards. But okay, for now, we've got 10 minutes left. A lot of our players are dead on their feet. And we're going to look to make some changes just to try and secure something here. Danny Wing struggling. I'm going to bring Giarbi in his place. I'm going to let him get a little bit further forward as well, I think, just because Arias is sort of... no, you know what? Let's not do that because I don't want him to push too far up. Arias is an old man and he's up against Pinev on his own, so that's probably not a good idea. I'm going to bring Cadamartri off and bring Darmaris on. You know what? Actually, Arias can come off. We'll bring Sambati on. We're going to leave that there. He's got fresh legs. He should be able to handle basically their best player on that wing. Come on, just a last second encouragement. If we could nick this, there's 4 minutes added on. And it looks like we're bringing them back to the home turf. Or does this go to penalties? It goes straight to penalties. Okay, I probably should have paid attention to that beforehand. So these are the best 5 penalty takers we've got. We'll bring Giarbi on there as well. Although he's definitely going to stay in 6th spot. So I don't like having the best players going last because that seems silly, but I'm going to put Stephen Yaya Boyang as 5th. Aaron Lewis could be taking a relatively important one. Yeah, Boyang's got the best composure, so it makes sense that he'd be there. Bain can take an early one because he's got 12 finishing, so he needs to score that with basically 0 pressure. Darmaris Foyo is not good across the board, realistic. You know what? Foyo and Greg Giarbi are going to swap spots. No, because if it goes to... oh, God, I hate penalty shootouts so much. We're going to leave it like that. I'm not going to mess anymore. Team tour, I don't even know. I'm not going to do a gesture. Stop messing with gestures. With the underdog today, it suits us. Go out there. Faith in you. I've got the utmost confidence in you. Okay, right. We need to switch this penalty angle. We'll go behind the goal like we always do. Can we reverse that? That is not useful at all. Never mind. Wait. Let me just double check. If we reverse that, I mean that is still not a good angle, is it? No, that's just silly. Okay, Stephen Bain stepping up for the first penalty. Oh God, I saw the keeper go the right way and got really scared for a moment. It's not great design that the commentary bar is behind the UI there, but Bang makes a save. Ibrahim Kamal misses the first penalty for Liverpool. Lewis stepping up for our second. And he puts it away. Come on. That's why you're our best penalty taker. I think he was the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the best. He's our regular penalty taker, what we're talking about. Pedro Luis steps up to try and keep Liverpool in this, and he does quite comfortably. Vasilis Darmaros? Vasilis? I change his name every single time I say it. And he manages to put it in. Keeper doesn't stand a chance, he can't reach it. Cassiani steps up for Liverpool. I don't know enough of their players to know where he plays. Bang makes another save. What is going on? Everything's frozen. And is Giabi stepping up now to win this? Yeah, we win if Giabi scores this and we're through to the final. Oh, yes! I really thought that was got saved. That was such a weak penalty. Oh, Liverpool get in the bin. I mean, I would have much rather knocked them out in the FA Cup, obviously. But that is an absolutely nuts result. I can't believe we've just managed to do that. Oh, their penalty shoot takers were actually really bad. Maybe I'm just a penalty genius. That's the only real explanation of that. Oh, I can't believe, like, when I saw that they had some of their first team playing in the game in the under-21s. Well, I say the first team. They could have been under-21s playing against us in the cup, but that team was far too good to lose to us. I've got to see who we end up against. Has the final been decided yet? Oh no, Leicester and Chelsea. Ties are... that game's also played today, so we're going to just continue once and we should find out who we end up getting. And there we go, it's actually the next night that the game ended up being on. But we are going to be taking on Leicester City under-21s. Now, who have they got in their under-21 squad? This Dan Lee scored the winning goal in that, and scored the ukulele as it went to penalties. He is okay. Like, I feel like he is nowhere near as good as our... Oh, okay, he's an attacking midfielder, so we'll compare him to Rig. Yeah, I mean, Rig is just a better player in all the important stats. So, okay, I'm a little bit more confident than I was. I always think if I'm going to be playing against Chelsea, it could go absolutely horribly. But not any players here that I recognise the name of. I might be missing someone obvious. I mean, Timo Werner is on the bench, which is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he's still not brilliant. I mean, he's better than we've got, but still quite happily have him in our squad, actually. 69 grand a week, maybe not. But yeah, what an episode, what a game. We're in another cup final. Oh God, am I going to have to crack the suit out again? That's another decision to make. I mean, I say it's another decision to make, it's 100% happening. So there we go. Next game, unless something goes horribly wrong in the league or goes amazingly right and there's a chance we could, secure promotion permanently, we'll probably just do the cup final in the next game, and then we'll do a game somewhere around here to hopefully tie things up. Things are looking good at the moment. We're in third place for 5 points clear, but we have played a game more, so I'm counting that as 2 points clear realistically. It looks like we've got a cup final coming up, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss me in a suit again for the second time on this save. That was a 5-1 victory against the league leaders and then a penalty win against Liverpool's under-21s, so cannot complain about that. And if you did enjoy it, then yes, make sure you leave a like or a comment down below. They really do help out a great deal and they mean a hell of a lot to me as well. We're back in about a month in game for the Papa John's Trophy final in our first ever appearance in the competition, so make sure you don't miss that, and I'll see you next time.